Welcome back, everybody. Well, we are into 2024 a bit now, and kind of goofing off. Looks like rain coming again here in the next few minutes. So we're in here in the wood shop, and I found this old piece of junk wood, and I just wanted to see what it would look like inside, and I managed to get this half off here. And so far I've made a spoon from it, and this is the outer, the bottom side, and it's looking pretty good. I mean, it had an odd shape because it had all these holes all through the wood, so I had to kind of make the shape just a little bit different than normal. But now we're going to sit there and probably do a little bit more refinement work, burnish it, maybe sand it, I don't know. But I've been wanting to try this method called Shasugi Bond, which is where you kind of char things a little bit and see what it would look like, see whether it would pick up some of the lines of the wood, or I could do my normal linseed oil or olive oil. Anyway, we're going to find that out here in the next few minutes, so hang around. Alright, we got a little pocket torch here and our linseed oil, and I'm thinking we're going to try one method on the outside or the bottom of the spoon, and then the other method on the inside or the top of the spoon, and see what looks best, or maybe a combination of both. So we'll get ourselves situated here. Trying to follow the lines of the grain. I don't want to burn the wood too deep. I hear the birds out there. That sound like they're trying to tell me that the storm is a-coming. We're going to get nothing but rain, but I hear everywhere to the west of here is going to get a good little snow. Alright, we'll let this go out. Remember, don't ever touch the end of it until it is full. Alright, let's take a little closer. Alright, let's take our sandpaper and give this a brush off. Make sure the base is straight. I don't know. I can see the lines of the grains. Here's the bowl section here. I need to sand it a little bit more, but just want to test what looks best. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of linseed oil here in a second. Alright, got a little linseed oil on this Q-tip. Alright, that's what it looks like with the linseed oil. Alright. Perhaps we ought to try a little bit of oil on this burned area and see what it looks like. Alright. This is what the darkened area / burned area looks like with the linseed oil. And that's without. Kind of an unusual effect here, isn't it? It really is. Maybe we'll give it time to dry and then, you know, put a little more flame to it and see what happens. Okay, this is a combination of using the little hand torch / burning method. I hear some people refer to it as Shaosugi-ban or something like that, but I don't think it's quite up to that level yet. But alright, that's with a heavier burn. Now let's come around here and look at this side. Tell you what, alright, this is a lighter burn. I didn't put the torch on it quite as much. And then we used our linseed oil. It doesn't look too bad. And this piece of wood, like I said, it came from that old piece of punky wood out there. It had holes all through it and whatnot, and it had to come up with an unusual shape. It's a big hole right here, but I just didn't want to give up on it. And looks pretty good, really. I like it. And to have come from a piece of junk wood, that's not too bad. And I left some of the little hatchet marks there. You can see where we chopped on it a bit. I don't know. We'll let this dry up and see what it looks like, but hopefully when it dries, it'll really get that nice shine to it. I got some more of that junky wood. I got a couple of it drying, pieces of it drying over here. Kind of a piece of old wood that was connected to that piece of what I showed you at the beginning, like a limb, and then it kind of almost became like burl wood. So this ought to be kind of interesting when it all dries out and stuff. Like I said, for a piece of old junk wood, yeah, I like it. Alright, it's dried up for about maybe 15 minutes now. I still see a little bit of wet spots, but the color is changing. So, I don't know. I'm not sure whether I like this or not, or just a plain stain look. I'll say this, though. Being retired and just being able to goof around and do what you want to do compared to going to work and finding out what you can turn from an old piece of junk wood. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So I'll let y'all be the judge. You tell me whether this is a nice look or stick more to a more traditional thing. Of course, I'm thinking that I might let it dry really good and then maybe take the sandpaper to it and see what we can make it look like from there. It has been drying now for about 3 hours, and you see it still has some moisture into it from the linseed oil, and may very well have something to do because it is kind of chilly. It's about 39 degrees Fahrenheit, but it has a very unusual color to it, and because I had to whack out this side here, I thought it'd be kind of awkward to use, but if you're a right-hander, it actually works pretty good because you don't even have to go to your mouth with the front. You can feed yourself from the side there. And it's got a nice deep little bowl to it. It's kind of hard to tell with the color. Okay, let's put it down, camera down like this, and turn it around so the light is shining on the other side here. And this is the side that I use the torch real lightly, and that is a linseed oil that's giving that a little bit darker tone to it. And you can see where the hole was, and imagine if I kept chipping away at it, sanding it, probably the whole side may break apart. I don't know. It feels solid, but that piece of wood that this came from was really kind of punky. But all in all, I like it. It's not too bad. Alright, this is one knotty, gnarly piece of cedar, but it really came out pretty good. I'm gonna do a little more sanding on it, and then maybe do a little burnish on it, and put some stain on it, and see what happens. But it's really turned out good, considering just how many knots and everything. I was expecting it to blow apart. So anyway, let's put a little linseed oil and maybe olive oil or something. I don't know. We'll see. And we'll put that like that. All right. Let's see what this does. Tell you what, man, it got cold now. It sure did. Everywhere west of here, it's supposed to get a bunch of snow, but here we're just going to get rain again. Imagine that, right? All right. I think this really turned out good. We'll have to let this dry up, and then we'll hit it again. Put it gently up in a little holder here, a vise. Yeah, it's cedar logs laid out here. Well, I don't know, 18 months, maybe 2 years. But I almost gave up on it and said, nah, it's not worth the effort. But so far, it's really produced this Kuxa. You can almost tell those two pieces of wood are related. Alright, now it's time to clean up all this sawdust and shavings. I done made a mess in here again. Here's a piece of old maple been laying around for a long time, and I cut the end of that off. Actually, more broke off, and I'll show you what we've been working on. I found that the spoon had the ambrosia maple effect on it. We'll turn this light on so we can see better. And for those of you that are familiar with that, a beetle gets up in there, and the telltale sign of the beetle being there are these holes. See them? And then this discoloration track is a fungus called like ambrosia or something like that, but that's what that is. There's no such thing as an ambrosia maple. It's just it refers to the beetle and the fungus that gets in there. But this is comes from that old piece of log out there. Still working on it. And this particular spoon is going to be used for that big lodge number 12 and a number 14. So I can kind of get in there without messing up the oven, so to speak. But big old honking spoon. I've made a number of these big ones, and I enjoy making these things. So that's what this is. Alright, everybody, thank you so much for my rambling spoon making shed time. But I enjoy doing this, and it is definitely cold up in here. So I think it's time to get some coffee. Alright, take care.